All right, week 7 college football breakdown here. Maybe the game of the day. It's a loaded slate, but certainly one of the games of the day. Early, big noon kickoff. Got Penn State going to the big house and taking on fifth-ranked Michigan. Wolverines at home are 7-point favorites in this spot, and actually kind of a low total at 51 and a half, 52, depending on where you look. I've heard a lot of people give their opinions about this game so far this week. Michigan is going to be the real deal. Sean Clifford and Penn State, they're going to keep it close. I'm not going to have a play on this game, and so I don't really have a definitive read feel on this game. I'm going to, obviously, go through how I handicap the game, but if you came here looking for this is clearly what's going to happen, this is just not a matchup where I think we have enough to find yet, particularly on that Michigan side, to come away pre-game with any just, blazing hot, sharp take in this game. We'll start it off with Penn State, though. The one thing I think will keep them in this game, and listen, I've been a Sean Clifford denier. I don't know if that's the right word, but over a 12-game season, he's just not very talented. There's a reason why he's been in college this long. The pros don't want him. He's under 8 yards per attempt virtually his whole college career. He's just not a very special thrower. That experience, though, is going to prove to be big in this matchup, though. And that's why I say I actually think that Sean Clifford is going to be an asset towards Penn State in this game. And he usually is. He's a good leader. And you need guys like that at certain positions. And it's good to have that at quarterback at times. Where I worry about Penn State a little bit, and, really the X factor of this game on that side of the ball for them is, can they establish the run? It was an issue for them all last year. And obviously a lot of it starts up front. You could argue they didn't have a very good slew of running backs last year. Some of those guys have now left the program. Well, they got Nick Singleton now. They feel good about how their offensive line has improved. We'll get a really good feel as to how far they've come along facing this Michigan defense, that their strength early in the season has absolutely been stopping the run. I mean, I do think Michigan can be had in their secondary a little bit. They've gotten the pass rush going a little bit, but still having to replace so much, like Aiden Hutchinson and just the elite pass rush they had on last year's team. The one thing I do feel good about Michigan is being able to stop the run. So this is going to be a big boy heavyweight matchup for a guy like Nick Singleton. We'll see how far they've really come along in this matchup. On the other side, though, and this is why I say, listen, J.J. McCarthy's a far better football player than Sean Clifford, but in this sort of matchup, Sean Clifford, just by nature of being here, being in this spot time and time again, maybe he does have an edge over J.J. McCarthy. Michigan fans don't want to hear it, but their schedule up to this point has been so poor and so bad that, you saying that now stepping up in competition, that you have a great feel about how they're going to perform, it's just kind of faulty in my opinion. I mean, beyond their first 3 games, which were just a joke, they would have been better off playing their scout team until the month of October. Even Maryland, I like Maryland, but it's not a very good defense. Played Indiana last week. Yes, they passed a big test at Iowa, and so I'll give them that. But this is just going to be a closer game because you're going to get more from Penn State's offense than Iowa was able to provide in that matchup. Penn State's defense, Joey Porter Jr. is a great cover corner. I don't really think Michigan has special talent on the outside. And I know they got Ronnie Bell, but Roman Wilson is not 100%. I don't think that's necessarily the strength of their team. There's still a lot to like. Blake Corum. I sprinkled on Blake Corum to win the Heisman Trophy. I don't feel horrible about that here about halfway through the season. He's a special back, and he's got the ability to break one loose at any time. J.J. McCarthy has done all he can do. He's played well up to this point. The reason why I do think Michigan finds a way to win this game is I do think they hold a pretty big edge in the trenches with their offensive line going up against Penn State's D-line. Do you think Penn State will be able to limit explosive plays through the air at least? But I just think over time that Michigan offensive line is probably going to wear them down. And do think that, advantage for Michigan is probably bigger than somebody who doesn't analyze this kind of stuff might lead you to believe. So I think the side and total are appropriate. I think Michigan -7 is plenty fair. They're obviously better than Penn State on a neutral field, but I do think there are some factors. Sean Clifford having the major edge in regards to experience. And I just think he's played so much football. He's going to keep Penn State in every game they play. He might not blow teams out that they should, but this is the type of game where I think having Sean Clifford will actually help Penn State. And they're good enough in other areas to hang with this Michigan team. My initial read was maybe an under because, like I said, maybe not as many explosive plays as people think, but I actually think Sean Clifford can create explosive plays against this Michigan secondary. And, maybe J.J. McCarthy is the real deal in this sort of matchup. And with Blake Corum and his explosiveness, maybe this actually does play into the mid to upper 50s. I didn't feel good enough about that under to get to the window with it. I really got nothing on this game. Going to be a great game to watch. Ultimately, really no, strong lean on side or total. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I know you see this shirt right here. If you're in the market for some new golf apparel, check out Proud 90 Golf. Unique, very comfortable polos as well. With the cold weather coming, they've also got a great selection of hoodies and quarter zips. If you see anything you like, at proud90.com, use my promo code Fordham at checkout. It's going to get you 15% off your order. Check the description for more information.